So we are out on another recovery. So we just got done with our trail ride, and we still got Gid and Trini and True in the truck with us. And we have a surprise guest on this recovery because he came on the trail ride with us. So we are almost to the guy's house to get his keys. And then we have a square body Suburban that we're gonna go get unstuck out of the mud. We just ran a trail ride, so I'm in Banner, the green Land Cruiser.
Your destination is on the left.
Ben is in his big Land Cruiser. So we're here at the guy's house to get the key, and then we'll go get the machine. So stay tuned.
And then she'll just be down in that basin.
Right there?
Yeah, you can see it.
You sure it's gonna be easier to get down there?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit easier if you come up right through here, because then you can just crank it left, and you can just go down right through here. Good news is it didn't rise as much as I thought it would, so hopefully the interior is not full of water.
All right, we'll go take a look at it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll go around. Get out and walk to the hubs.
So he said he was out here last night about 9:30, got stuck and worked on it, digging it out till like 3 this morning.
Yeah.
So
About,
it is pretty buried.
Close to about 4 a.m. And then we decided to call it a night because it was just pouring rain. And just went home. And then I woke up and I'm like, hey, I gotta get this thing out of here before it keeps on raining and that water level keeps going up and the interior starts getting filled with water. So just didn't want to let it sit out here, because I was thinking about, well, I could let it dry, but it's just been raining constantly. So I'm like, it's never gonna dry out.
You don't want to let them sit too long because of the suction.
Yeah.
It's already probably pretty suctioned in. So
Yeah.
breaking that suction is always the hardest part, and the longer it sits, the harder it gets. So
Right.
let's go take a look at it. Fresh deer track. Yeah, chains aren't great in mud.
Yeah.
They're scary too, man. I don't even go
Yeah,
down.
yeah. Well, we broke the chain, because I don't think he knew he wasn't supposed to do that, but he went forward and like yanked with it.
Yeah,
That's bad.
definitely can't do that with
Yeah,
chain.
and it just snapped the chain. Luckily everyone was over there, so no one was in the crossfire. But the chain just went straight into the water. But that could have been gnarly.
Could have been bad.
I think. Have you guys seen that video of the Jeep getting pulled out and the chain snapped, went through the windshield and whacked him right in the face? I don't know if
Hurt.
it, but
Yeah, there was a guy in a F250 that did that and hurt him
yeah.
in Arizona.
Dang.
Yeah. So don't do that. That's why you buy the right equipment. Yank 'em ropes. What do you think, Ben? I'm thinking backwards.
I think either way, it actually feels fairly solid, but it's really slick clay. So it's probably not like have to worry about it digging as much as it just, the tires just spin on top and can't go. So forward or backward, either way, I think it's fine. Forward probably be...
I don't know about those hooks though. They don't look strong. And the back has a trailer hitch we can put a pull point in.
The trailer hitch would definitely be the strongest point
So
to
then
pull
we could really pull on it.
Yeah. See, what I think I'm worried about is the front axle hinged on that clay. So if you go backwards, I'm worried it'll just kind of dig more into the clay, if that makes sense. I don't know if just slide on top.
Yeah, without the tires spinning, they'll come back up on top.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna get wet hooking up to the rear.
I brought boots. So you can borrow them.
That's a good one.
They're almost to the knee.
Yeah, you need waders.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys need help or whatever, I'll do that.
I usually don't care, but I'm still nursing a broken foot.
Yeah, that suction.
I broke my heel and tore my Achilles. So
Did you really?
pulling on the boots out of the mud
Oh,
is
so bad.
is rough.
It's bad in there too because it like I was walking around all night with boots on and it was just
Yeah.
It's suction cup.
yeah. Oh, so is that what you're saying the truck's doing right now? That suction like that with the
Yep.
boots? Oh, okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
So the tires are all
Stuck
suctioned in. So if you went in there and got yourself buried, I'd hook a yankum rope on it and hit it and I'd pull it out, no problem.
Gotcha.
Now that you've been in there for hours, it's not a good idea to yankum rope it. This one's still good, could be, because it's not too buried,
yeah.
but it's buried enough on that corner that there's a chance that that tire would stay while the rest of the vehicle went, and it just break your springs, bend things.
It looks like it's open around them.
Yeah, we did spend like
Yeah, but they still get suctioned in pretty fast out in this clay. This clay is not like normal mud.
Oh, this isn't filling in though.
I'd still worry about it.
I think either way would be fine.
Yeah, if it was fresh, I'd hit it with a rope.
Especially if it
Right
sits
now,
for more
we'll winch
than
it.
Yeah,
an
yeah.
hour. Usually, especially if it sits for more than an hour, all the mud fills in around the tires and gets in the brakes and in the wheels, and it just solidifies the vehicle in.
Yeah. Well, good news is
Yeah, I can see it on that tire. It's
we were digging out under the tires for like hours last night. So we were trying to be able to get wood under it. You can kind of see the wood in the front. We were trying to get wood under it so we could try and back it out of here. But this wasn't catching any grip. I don't know how long between those two tires got traction, but you can tell they just made some tires.
What's he doing?
I think he's gonna pull it through. He said.
You're still in two.
Roll some windows up.
Yeah, I don't know why you drove into the puddle.
There it goes.
That'd be funny.
It just sinks. Like no.
No, but no. See, like imagine trying to do that, but this beast with no lockers.
Yeah.
That's how quickly we got stuck. It was pretty bad.
How long did it take?
Since 9:30 last night.
The weight is going to be we're going to have to deadhead him. So if we deadhead him with one of ours, and then if we need a second winch, we'll do the other one.
Okay.
Tell him this thing, you just anchor.
What does it mean when you deadhead? You just like use him as an anchor, basically?
Yeah, so
So deadheading would be putting him back here and hooking up his winch, and then hooking one of the other vehicles straight to it with a static rope.
Oh.
So it
gotcha.
doesn't just drag him,
It has to drag the weight of two vehicles.
Gotcha.
That's what deadheading would be.
Okay. Still kind of using like a vehicle with other vehicles to add
Just weight.
as an anchor.
Yep.
Well, let me know what you guys need. Where you want it.
Probably straight back
Next to
here.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just come behind you and
Okay.
hook up my 10-footer.
Okay.
So there's that ridge of mud all the way to it. So I think these would be tall enough. You can slip off into the really deep.
What are you doing, Uncle Caleb?
I was thinking about tossing this over there so he had something to stand on when he got over there. Nope. Sailed right past. I don't think it'll be that suctioned in. I think a straight pull would be fine, don't you?
Should be.
got the key?
It's got a hitch in it.
Does it?
Yeah.
It doesn't have a locking.
It does.
You got the key?
It's also buried.
The key to the truck.
I'm trying to dig it because it's low.
He said it's a locking hitch pin too.
I haven't even gotten down to where the hitch pin would be. It's really buried. It's a low.
You want a
one,
shovel?
apparently.
There's some shovels right there. The keys where?
The keys to that locking kit are in the truck. They are in there, so it'd be hard to see.
Oh, it's okay. No. And the lockers aren't on, so probably want to.
More weight.
Wait for a minute. We'll hook this one up too.
Okay. It moved for a sec.
It's on the low speed. Dad's gonna hook it back.
No, it fell down.
That one did a little more, but the other side didn't.
Created a shelf. Worth doing.
Yeah.
You can pull against it, doesn't matter.
All the ones I pulled with the metal hook, you just cut right through the rubber.
That's fine. got almost wet. I don't know if you can see that. There we go.
It's hard to
almost
tell, but
wet.
It was right up there.
They were just tall enough.
Somebody right on the hood, and I was going to drive out to it. So you didn't have to walk in the water.
It never would have reached it. I had to dig the mud out under the water to get the hitch out and get the pull point in.
Yeah, you had a hitch in there with a locking pin.
Yeah, the mud came up to about here, so it wasn't a long ways, but it was a drop hitch. So I had to dig clear down underneath it to get it out.
As we thought, it was a pretty easy recovery. Just a little pull. It was suctioned in, so we had to get a little anchorage. But yeah, not too bad. So let me introduce you to this guy, the guy that we use, his awesome FJ40. So I'll let him tell you about his channel. He came out on the trail ride with us, and that is a sweet FJ40.
Yeah, so I'm Hayden with Super 40 Off-Road. We started a channel, well, I started a channel about 2 months ago, and then maybe some of you have seen it. But I just go out, it's just videos of me out on the trail having fun, but it's mostly doing trail cleanup most of the time. So we go out and clean up the trails so they can stay open and the rest of us can go out and enjoy them.
Which is a great thing. So absolutely go follow his channel and check out his cool content, his cool FJ40. I almost called it an FJ80.
That's okay.
FJ40.
So,
Half
thank
of
you.
an FJ80.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Half J80 cut in half. So go check it out, Super 40. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
We had to build 2 FJ40s, and then we'll have FJ80s part 1 and part 2.
Yeah, or 0.5, 0.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't get it.
I like it.